enslaved Haitians. There was a Grenadian there too, and a Jamaican as well. But they started a revolution. They came together and they had no reason to believe that their revolution would be successful. They had no reason to believe that the country that they were fighting for would be liberated. Right? Our relationship with death is really interesting and it's very innovative. So while a lot of people say 1804, January, that's the end. That's the end of the process. That's when everything's done. That's when we won. But I want to place emphasis on how it started. Emphasis on the imagination, emphasis on the strategy, emphasis on the cohesion. Because when it started, the guerrilla warfare everywhere around the country, they were not playing. It wasn't just haphazard, but it was thoughtful. They executed purposefully, and then we won. So, so there's that. So that's why I choose the August Project.
I am proud of that.
Thank you.
Taking the blame out of the Haitians living in Haiti, but we have a lot happening in the country, and you need to understand that. I mean, it's complicated. Like it says, for the relationship on Facebook, it's complicated. But in a nutshell, it has to be done here first. To the elected officials, we call them, we write to them, and make our votes count. So when a candidate comes and tells us some lullaby story to put us to sleep, we need to keep their feet to the fire. It's not a question of what you are coming to tell me. I should be able to tell you, like this particular group should be able to tell any elected coming to vie for our votes, how much, how many. That is the equation. I can guarantee you 50,000 votes. So what do you have for me? You write it and you put it on the table. It is as simple as that. Every single other group does it. Ula? Every single other group does it. So why can't we? It's a simple mathematical equation. How much? How many? This is what I want. This is what I want for my community here in the US and in Haiti. And then what is it that you can offer to me? We put it all on the table, black on white, not no bush, no. Black on white, registered by somebody, and then you know what? I have a block of 50,000 right here. If we match, it's for you. Other groups do it wonderfully. So why not us? Why not us? We have not found that. We have not found that. No. I think the passion is there, but it's like we would call it the modus operandi to get it to work, to make it happen. So you are here. I mean, I'm glad I came, really, because I was thinking, it's a group of young people. What am I going there for? But I'm glad I came, because I do believe that you guys can do it. We can do it, but this is the generation to do it. And I will conclude by saying this. Yesterday I went to my Guyanese hairstylist, and she told me, she said, Marie-Jo, I was on the parkway. When that Haitian float passed by, she said, I had goosebumps. And she said to me, I cannot understand how this group of black people who made it, who made history, cannot make it again. That's my Guyanese girlfriend. And I told her, I said, you know what? We will need help from other diaspora groups. Guyana should not be out of it.
Absolutely.
Jamaica should not be out of it. Trinidad should not be out of it. Okay? Because we are one people. We are one people. We are one people. But however, Haiti has that trademark that not only we did it, but we exported it outside. We did it for others.
Yeah.
So it's time that we kind of reconvene ourselves and find a way to do it again. I'll shut up now because I can get
So what a revolution now!
What are we asking for to the politicians in the U.S.? Like, what are the asks or the requests?
I am sure the last election you saw our president go to Miami and actually kneel in front of a group of in Little Haiti. What has happened to the Haitians right now under this administration? Nobody asked him of anything. He went down on his knees and everybody was so happy. Oh, look at his knees. No. We have an immigration crisis. We have an economic crisis. I mean, what is going on? We have health disparities in our community. Okay? We have educational disparities in our community. What is going on? So when a candidate comes next time, please, you don't have to kneel. Sit down or stand, stay up. Okay, stay up. But let us negotiate. And it's just a matter of negotiation. It's negotiation. There is nothing wrong with it. I tell you what I want. You tell me what you can offer to me, and then we negotiate, and we are on equal word. But when we don't do that, we always are here at the bottom, and the candidate, the elected, stays at the top. Ma femme Bushman,
But I feel like I am.
You are by association.
Yes, I feel like I am. But what do you think? Do you think it's realistic for us or for the people to ask for the money that was stolen back when Woodrow Wilson was president from Haiti? Ask for that back by way of maybe infrastructure and things like that that's needed in Haiti to help sort of boost the economy and provide, have safer roads and things like that for the people there.
Hell yes.
Because that's never been acknowledged. Like they literally stole the money, brought it to the U.S. under the guise of safekeeping, and it was never returned to Haiti. There's no record of that.
I am so, oh Lord have mercy. Why did I come here? I am so pleased that you mentioned that.
Right.
And I do not want you to say as a non-Haitian. First of all, you said that your girlfriend is.
Yeah.
That's one thing.
I'm Haitian.
So by association. In addition to that,
right.
Remember I mentioned the notion of one people.
Yes.
We are one people.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the day that we will get in communion with our other, brothers and sisters from the island, they can back us up. Nobody did it by himself. No one did it by himself. No one can do it by himself.
Right.
We are one people.
Absolutely.
We are one people. So, a lot what you just told me, sir. Many Haitians don't know.
Yeah.
Many Haitians of the younger generation and the older generation might not know. So you have a piece of information that you can actually go into a Haitian setting and share. So it's not a problem of nationality. The problem is racial first and foremost, and then it is of nationality.
Absolutely.
And we know if and when, not if, but when things turn positive in Haiti, they will turn positive every single place on the island.
Absolutely.
Maj, I have a question. I'm sorry.
You know the value of that. I was saying no to what you asked.
Right.
There's more profit in Haiti remaining poor.
Of course, I know
these
that.
countries
Right.
than for Haiti to actually repair, right?
Right.
Like when it's poor, it's like, oh, give them all the money. Oh, you have money. Let's help you build your infrastructure.
Right.
Let's steal all the money and build a house,
Right.
right? So that's why I vehemently said no, and Ruth caught me saying that.
Well, should we demand it though? Because here you have under Woodrow Wilson, the stealing of billions, what's now billions of dollars, right? them putting in the gendarmerie, am I saying it correctly?
Yes,
In
sir.
Haiti, installing that group in Haiti, run by the Marines to further oppress the people.
Yeah.
And nothing has ever been said about, hey, we apologize for what we did. We want to.
Whose
We
country?
want.
What country?
No. Listen. I know. I already know. But see, here's the thing. Like my mind.
Giving out the money, but you can go into a community and develop that community. Okay, we need everything. You guys know that. We need everything. So we don't even need to go through the list. So, and you can do that. And Minister was there for 12 plus years. They did not build one road.
Mhm.
They did not build one road. One road. Even the road to Carrefour. Okay, they could have done that. They did not build even one road in the country. That's wrong.
It's that. That's a part of the conversation, And so I remember speaking to an architect from Spain in Haiti. She knew that she was putting up a building that was going to be useless in 2 years. She knew that. She knew they weren't utilizing Haitian architects. She knew they weren't reinvesting in the people to actually maintain the function of that building or even its maintenance. And so it's like this pump and dump, almost. And as long as somebody's eating off the top, because I asked her, I said, well, girl, if you know this, why are you still working on it? She was like, well, I mean,
She got the money.
that's literally what she said. It was the money. I mean, I try not to. Right?
That's not bullshit.
Lie, girl.
I'll add one more thing if you don't know.
Yeah.
By being in Haiti, she not only gets the money, but she gets what they call a prime for insecurity.
Oh, like it's premium.
Yeah, she gets a premium in addition to her regular paycheck.
Right.
So that's beaucoup
Yeah,
money.
that's wild.
That's beaucoup money.
Okay.
So by the time they leave Haiti to come back,
Yeah.
they're set.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
set. Because just because they're set your feet in Haiti, it's like you're getting two paychecks.
Yeah.
What?
That's nuts.
Who has lobby money and lobby time, or like, who is willing to sacrifice demanding something, right? And going on a list and going on FBI's list, or who else? All the people that be following you if you even say Black Power or BLM, right? I think the problem is a little bit more complex because having a lobby requires millions behind you already, right? And as a people, generally speaking, we are not the top 1% when it comes to socioeconomic class and income and all those other things and revenue. And then number two, I think sometimes it would require, I need to measure my words, a level of compassion from institutions and systems that have not proven to be so. Okay? The people that own all those towers, they are white. You can quote me on that. They're white people, right? So now you're like, oh, we're going to introduce competition. We're going to introduce formal education. I mean, I'm not, like, Haiti is an intellectual space, but like academic-wise, there needs to be, when it comes to politics, sociopolitics, geopolitics, especially considering where Haiti is next to the United States, before, because it was next to Cuba, that's why it was of interest. It's still next to Cuba, obviously, but there's not like the Cold War anymore. And that, I think, would, even if we do get the lobbies and we do all have this power, I'm still a little fearful of what that might mean. So as we deal in theory, I do want to introduce some technical or like practical, if we have ideas around that or thoughts.
Well, you have groups like, I think of like the 1804 Club, right? They're the Mona Scotts of the world who are Haitian with bags, right? There are people who are Haitian-American, to your point, they're here with their bodies too, that they could lend to a pack, they could lend to a lot, like a group, a lot of people. But the reality is some of them are more focused on image of Haitians here than they actually are on the lives of Haitians over there. And that's something you have to address. Why is this matter to you more than what's actually happening over there? You know what I mean? And so because I was born and raised here, I mean, I've made my trips, but sometimes I feel kind of not prepared to speak to those things, because to me it just looks like, bro, you're putting on over here, but your country's in flames over there. So you can talk 1804 all day if you'd like to, but 2022, your country's on fire. So if you have the financial means to support lobbying, then maybe we should just go to affluent groups that are here already. You know what I'm saying? I think that's pretty practical. If they shoot it down, then you know what kind of group you're dealing with. Maybe that might not be a group you include in the rest of the processes going forward.
Oh, sorry.
No, I know two groups who had started the lobby effort. I don't know how far they have gotten. One was headed by Dr. Casimir from the Haitian Association of Physicians Abroad. Both here, Dr. Kernizan, Dr. Blessy Kernizan and Dr. Casimir, so two physicians. The other group is, what's his name, very active on social media, Macandal, Joseph Macandal?
With Haiti, for example. And I think it came to like what, $25 billion in today's money, and they did ask for it. And what happened to our state?
Yeah, they got them about
And so we do not have any like fighting power. We don't have anything. We can ask, but like as you know, nobody's gonna give us anything. Our revolution showed us we cannot ask, to be free. Like our people, with the people who captured us, are not just gonna set us free for no reason, just because we want to be free. So I feel like we already asked. We've been asking. But I also want to talk about development, and I think. And I may be alone in this, and this must also sound a bit romantic, and I think it is, but that's okay. Like when I think of Haiti and I think of my time, growing up in Haiti, my favorite moments were not the roads. It was not driving on roads. It was not even going to school. It was not like going to the supermarket. Like my favorite moments living in Haiti, and I think people from my hometown would relate to this. Like, I love when my grandpa went to his, farm, and he came home with different types of bananas, and he would hide them for me in his small house in the backyard, and when they're ready, he would just bring them to me. I love going to the convite that he would have, for harvest, and I love just being able to be in my own country, and like when the Rara would come on the street to be able to join it and go to like 5 towns down at like 2 a.m. with my mom, just dancing with my people. So I think as we talk about development, we have to also make space for Haitian culture, which is not always compatible with highways and concrete buildings and all these ideas that we have of what a developed country should look like. Because yes, I think we do need development, but I think we have to think about how Haitians are going to live within whatever it is we're trying to build, because our culture already exists in the non-development, and it should not have to suffer so that we can be developed, whatever that could be.
Right. And positive, negative, indifferent. Wait, does that bring anything up for you immediately?
Repeat.
To the death.
No, but you were talking about just development and our participation in it.
Yeah.
I think,
or hands off, but
I think my thoughts on that concerning like us, like those who are first generation, it starts with so much learning, and like the thing is like as you learn, things are still happening, so you want to like voler, which means like to fly to the situation, but you have to realize like learning is not only what I should have learned in school. Learning is like, what did mommy not tell me? Parce que it's not my business, So I think that's where it starts, and that work takes a long time, and it's difficult for a lot of people. And then on top of that, having to commit to the work, a land that not me, but there are first generation Haitians who've never visited Haiti because their parents have told them not to. This is all familiar to us. We know somebody like that. But it's like the development has to become everyone's conviction, I think. And that comes from doing all that work. I come in contact with Americans at like Caribbean parties, and they say that they feel like they never belong. I'm like, well, you can celebrate January 1st just like I can celebrate January 1st, because that is your history too. And I think that even that first thought of understanding that this is your history and this is how what we're going through and what we're trying to put progress to is affected, and you understand this because your people have done what our people have done first. So it's just, that's what I feel about development. And then when you have seeds and fruits like the August Project, it comes from the work, not the work of unpacking all of that and then committing to it. Yes.
Yes. Emotionally. And stories have a way of doing that. A captivating story has a way of doing that. it doesn't just inspire people to do, it inspires them not just to think, but to do as well. And so I think that it's the salons in particular was something I was thinking on, because I can't went to attend. I was speaking to my aunt. My youngest aunt is maybe 60, right?
Oh, wow, okay.
And but our conversations are about how much she wasn't allowed to. People didn't give her information because you always had children, right? You had kids. When no matter how old you are, you had kids.
Yeah.
Right? So she was always like, nobody ever spoke to me about they never, I guess, honored my age when it came to learning about certain things, whether it's history or family. And so I find that our relationship is getting a lot stronger because I get to just tell her what it's like to have grown up like me. You know what I'm saying? Because I went to public school where they frisked me every day. Yep. But you didn't think it was bad. Yeah, I went to Clark Park. It was metal detectors every day. Okay?
I went there too.
So there's a lot of people, there's a lot of older Haitians who don't know what the first generation experience was. And so often what they're perceiving as laziness or maybe betrayal of one's homeland is really survival for us. And so she's getting a lot of that firsthand in our conversations, and that would not be possible if not for just intimate storytelling.
Not through gun violence, just generally, not political violence as far as I know, but still me talking about Haiti to my mom, I think her biggest fear is me going to Haiti and getting killed like my father, and that's just one story, but I've spoken to other Haitian people who, they're dealing with mental illness and things like that from the trauma that they experience, escaping the Duvalier regime. So just having that patience to, maybe it can't be our parents, but maybe there's another parent, another Haitian, parent or somebody who has the capacity to be able to have that conversation because, maybe our family just can't,
I can relate to that too because, the conversation I was finally able to have with my dad that cracked open everything happened when he was dying from stage 4 lung cancer. Before it was wall, and then all of a sudden, a year before he passed, everything just opened up. And I was able to hear stories about him being there, not when Papa Duck was in power, but when Baby Duck was in power, and he had to escape. And he came here as a political refugee, So it's all of these stories opened up, but I only had a year with that. But that's opened the doorway to his other family members telling these stories.
I think what you are doing here is wonderful in terms of the younger generation, because what happened to Haitian parents and one is our first and foremost point or reason is survival. So we are here, and one thing that I think a Haitian parent does is to try to shield the children. I cannot pay the rent, you don't need to know that. It's my business. I will go out there, I will get the food, I will bring it in. You don't need to know that. It's my business. You go to school, you learn, and you make something because you are my success. And this was always the frame of mind. So that generation was never actually given a way of storytelling because we were always going. So you have the mother who left. I mean, she worked 6 days a week. She only came back on Sunday night again. She gotta go. And also, we always fought. And I am thinking that I'm a little bit more evolved. But when I came here and I saw those beautiful high school campuses, I thought, hey, listen, they compared to the faculty in Haiti in terms of space and building, and we only had the Faculté des Sciences, which at the time would compare to one of the nice high school buildings here. So you're thinking, a kid cannot not learn here. This is the place for a kid to be. So when the child goes to school and comes home, the child knows what the parent is expecting. So the child is afraid to come and say, I was bullied at school. You know, the kids bothered me because I am Haitian. So the child climbs up. So the parent thinks, you know what, you just lazy. In many cases, I'm going to give you baton and you're going to learn. And it was not about that. So the education and the storytelling must take place for all of us. All of us. The young, the old, the older, and the younger. And I think only that way. And even if it's like in small salons like this, it doesn't have to be a lot of people to be effective. Because you take aspect, we can go and do it. We can go and do it. You multiply it, and eventually, some people will understand. I think the ones over here, we understand. So we take it into our own place. We take it in our, with our friends, and it's like that. It's like that. The young generation has been traumatized. Traumatized.
Say that.
I mean,
blossomed as a result of Haitian kids getting beat up.
And results.
Yeah, there was Haitian Mafia Crips all over Flatbush, and it was because they kept getting jumped, so they just started jumping people now.
That's how Zoe started too. In Miami.
Yeah, in Miami.
It's like, all right, so now we.
And so I've never really been mad at that. You know what I'm saying? But it's a lot of trauma. I mean, if you think about the amount of people who've fallen into substance abuse because just the migration story. We're not even talking about people who ended up in detention centers. You know what I'm saying? My mother personally ended up in a detention center for about 4 or 5 months.
Oh wow! In Guantanamo Bay, or
in Guantanamo. And I know that
actually story tell how Haitians experienced New York growing up, right? Some of the people that participated are in this room, and a lot of the stories were similar. And unfortunately, that was the same year that someone's president called Haiti and some other countries shithole countries. And what we saw, especially with my background in international law, what we saw was there's a direct line between the way we were treated growing up, his belief about Haiti, and political relationships with Haiti, right? Whether they say it or not, a lot of people do view Haiti as a shithole country. Such a corny insult to it.
Yeah.
But anyway, but these things are ever present, whether it's social capital, whether it's the backyard of school and you're lying about being Jamaican versus Haitian, or your mother comes in and outs you, right? Outs you. To international policy and the way that Haiti is treated worldwide as a shithole country, as the person who is outed. So the August Project did start as a storytelling series, as a portrait gallery. It grew into a portrait gallery rather, and 5 years later we have accomplished some great things. We've worked with Nike and sold out a sneaker based on the Haitian Revolution. Oh, you should have. Oh, I should have. We've worked with local designers, especially Whitney Washington designed this shirt of Haitian revolutions around the world. We've worked with Haitian migrants that came to the Texas border. We served as interpreters and translators. We ran a resource center so that they could know where to get insurance, how to get legal aid and care, hygiene items. A lot of them were pregnant. I've gone to OBGYN appointments at Kings County with them, right? So we continue to do this work, and our ultimate goal is to do good better. While a lot of us want to do goodwill, we want to spring clean and send our dirty shirts to Haiti or to another underdeveloped country. What I do is, on the non-for-profit side, is do things like this, where we storytell and exchange thoughts, ideas, and experiences. So number one, we know we're not alone. Number two, so that when we do memorialize each other's stories, because while our stories are similar, they're not the same. And then number three, to build community, because community is important in terms of development work. We also do strategic partnerships. That's where Nike came in and Whitney Washington came in and a number of others. And then on the for-profit side, we do consult with others on how to do good better. So a lot of organizations and businesses want to have like their reparations tour and they want to donate money, or somebody might want to build a nonprofit because they think that they're Haiti's savior. What we do, and that, no shade, that sounded shady. But what we do is consult on how to actually build capacity, how to roll out a program, how to include Black people, but also Black immigrants, right? Black people immigrants who don't speak English, Black immigrants who don't speak English and practice voodoo, right? How do these intersectionalities impact social work, social justice work? And we consult on how to do so in an appropriate, effective manner based on my background in international law and human rights. save the white supremacy that is inherent in that space. I'm not going to pretend like it's perfect. But I do want to toast to the 5 years we have had, and the next 5 years, and the next 5 years, and the next 5 years. We have a lot of plans. Because I've been speaking for a long time, I'll be quick in terms of some of the projects we have underway. We're working on 2 coffee table books, one about Haitians in Haiti, and one of Haitians of the Diaspora, from U.S. to Mexico to Chile to Brazil and Dominican Republic, all that good stuff. And the goal of that is to, again, memorialize Haitian stories in an objective, honest way. So it can serve as a counter-narrative to all the nonsense that and biased media coverage that we do have. And it also serves to inspire imagination amongst those who participate in the book. The second thing, we do have a goal of reaching over $1 million in terms of operation costs. I do want I do want the August Consulting Group and the August Project to also have a foundation where we fund Haitian projects on the ground in Haiti, right? So they're not giving their projects to USAID or other people who don't understand them, but they're sending it to our foundation, and we're able to fund them long term, not just for like 3 months or 6 months at a time. So that is the goal for the next 5 years. When you donate to the August Project, www.theaugustproject.org/donate. So when you donate, that is where your money is going. It's to continue to have long-standing conversations. It's to continue to memorialize Haitians' existence in an honest way. It's to make sure that the development that we talk about and theorize actually happens by Haitians in Haiti. All right, so this is cheers to us, because we're all doing the work. All right. And, woo!